Throughout our analysis on CBDC, in particular for the use of general use, we tend to establish the equivalence with cash, and there is a huge difference there. For example, in cash, we don't know, for example, who's using a $100 bill today. We don't know who is using a 1,000 peso bill today. A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, and also a healthy shalom to the few aquat who are listening and learning. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying and straight to the point. And all roads lead to the MOTB, all right? All roads lead to the MOTB, okay? Which is the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, which is the RFID implantable microchip, okay? Which you're looking at on the screen. And I was sitting here listening to this video from Catherine Austin Fitts. I'm pretty sure you have heard of her. And she says some very interesting things, very edifying. And I'm going to play the video. But I want to say everything that Trump and Elon are doing pertaining to auditing, the federal government, going after, government officials and these mass firings, it's all theater, man. It's all theatrics. Okay. These multi-billionaires could give two craps about government spending. Okay. And saving America money. Our government, legally has policies and laws on the books, okay, to basically legalize secret spending for them, okay? For example, let me get it. This is called the SFFAS 56, all right? It reads, Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standards 56 is a policy that allows government agencies to modify financial reports to prevent the disclosure of classified information. All right. And let's go down to how it works. It reads, government agencies can modify information required by other financial standards. They can omit required information. They can misrepresent spending amounts for specific line items. All right. So if this current administration cares so much about government overspending, this is a policy that they would have tried to abolish immediately. All right. Because, the DOD, the Department of Defense, since, 2018 has yet to pass an audit. And it's responsible for multi-trillions of dollars going missing, unaccounted for. Okay. So the point is they know what's going on. Okay. And Trump and Musk could care less. All right. They're putting on a show for you simpletons. So let's go back to this video and let's play a little bit of it.
What has happened is, and it started in 1997, in my opinion, and the planning started before then, a decision was made by the central bankers to literally assert control of the entire fiscal line. Because if I can use AI and software to implement a digital ID and an all-digital monetary system, and I can manage that centrally, just as Augustine Carson's just told you, he can make the rules and enforce them centrally, then I, as the central bankers, can assume not just control of monetary policy, but fiscal policy as well. Essentially, I can just cut out Congress and I can cut out the executive branch. Now, interestingly enough, we see the new administration saying they want to file all the civil servants. Civil servants are the people who obey Congress's rules and report to Congress. You shift them out and you put in big tech contractors and defense contractors, and they're going to report to the central bankers and the intelligence agencies who work for them. So
I think it's so important for American people to understand what's happening. Their government, their watchdog agencies, the people who go to work every day to fight for them are being fired illegally in what is just a wholesale dismantling of entire agencies.
And you Americans are applauding the firing of your civil servants, the people that are put in place to work for you, in order to what? Trade them in for contractors that report to the central bankers. That's going to do the biddings of the elites to a T, because they're getting paid to do so. And ultimately, what's going to be the solution for all this gross government overspending? What's going to be the solution? Well, you heard Augustine Carson talk about it in the clip that I played prior. The central bank digital currency, all right? The CBDC, which is not a currency, but a control grid, all right? To keep you people on a leash, to keep you in a box, especially if you get out of line. This is going to be the cure, okay, for everything that's going wrong. And you heard him say in the clip that the central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations, okay, pertaining to this central bank digital currency, and have the technology to enforce it. What is that technology that's going to be used to enforce their will? This, you're looking at it on the screen. All roads lead to the MOTB. And we know Elon has always been high on the blockchain technology. Okay. And, if you don't know what the blockchain is, it says a digital database or ledger that is distributed among nodes of the peer-to-peer network. All right. So it's basically just a digital process of keeping track of all digital transactions. Okay?
Blockchain.
It says a system in which a record or transaction, especially those made in a cryptocurrency, is maintained across computers that are linked in a peer-to-peer network. Okay? So we know that Elon is very high on the blockchain. So, you're going to see all this come about, man. Adawan Ratazah, man, these devils speed up. So let me just get a couple precepts. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. And we know it's talking about this, the MOTB, and not to mention the implantable brain chip that companies such as Neuralink are producing, and other companies. Okay. And let's end it here. Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall he destroy many. Right. By peace shall he destroy many. All right. As soon as they say peace and safety, they fix the problem. That's when the trap is set. All right. Then sudden destruction shall fall upon you people. OK. It says, and he shall also stand up against the prince of peace, but he shall be broken without hand. So stay tuned, man. Adawan Ratazar, DJ Trump, and Musk continue to push this technocracy and speed up the implementation of the MOTB. Shalom Israel, Wa Abad Babal.